Hey Century fam, we just want to spend a few minutes with you, create some space where you can breathe, focus your affections on Jesus, and leave this video loving Him more. So let's first spend a few minutes talking about a truth about Jesus, and then we encourage you to spend just a few minutes journaling or praying or meditating on these truths with some instrumental music that'll play at the end of our time in the Word. Listen to what Jesus says in Matthew chapter 7. Everyone then who hears these words of mine and does them will be like a wise man who built his house on the rock. And the rain fell and the floods came and the winds blew and beat on that house. But it did not fall because it had been founded on the rock. And everyone who hears these words of mine and does not do them will be like a foolish man who built his house on the sand. And the rain fell and the floods came and the winds blew and beat against the house and it fell, and great was the fall of it. I gotta tell you, I am the least handyman guy you have ever met. I think I own like 3 tools, and I always have to ask for help from a friend when I'm quasi-building something. But I do know this: in order for a house to stand, it has to have a good foundation. If the foundation is cracked, it'll cause serious structural issues for the rest of the house. And as our passage says, if you build your house on a foundation of sand and the wind and rain come, your house, it won't be standing for very much longer. This is the very point Jesus is making here in this lengthy sermon from the Sermon on the Mount passage. He just got done laying out a lot of principles for life. You can go read them on your own in the previous chapter a little bit later. But everything from divorce to judging others to anxiety, Jesus is telling those who are listening and is telling us today, if you build your life on the religion, your life will crumble. If you build your life on any other foundation than Jesus and His teachings, that He is saying to them and to us, our lives will crumble. Jesus is calling us to 2 main things here. Number 1, build your life on the foundation of Jesus. Faith in Him alone for your salvation. Joy in Him alone for your satisfaction. His rod and staff comforting you. Death doesn't frighten you. Jesus is everything to us as we strive to build our lives on Him, so that when the wind and the rain of life come, we have a firm foundation and we won't be shaken. Secondly, Jesus is reminding us here that the proof of our lives being built on the foundation of Him is our obedience. The foolish man does not listen and obey the words of Jesus, and he builds his house on the sand, and he is washed away. You see, Jesus knew who He was talking to. Around the Sea of Galilee, during those summer months, the sand is harder, and so it seems like you can just build your house directly onto the sand. But the wise builder knows that you must dig down into the bedrock for a firm foundation. Otherwise, when the rains come, your house will wash away. Jesus is calling us to obedience, yes, but we must realize that obedience is hard work. Laziness, the easy way, is just to build our house, our lives directly onto the sand. But the wise builder knows that we must dig down and build our lives on the solid ground of Jesus. So, spend some time thinking about your life. Are you obeying? Are you building your life on anything except the firm foundation of Jesus and His perfect sacrifice, victorious resurrection, and all of the things He calls us to in holy obedience? If yes, then ask the Spirit to help you to continue that work. If no, then repent and ask the Spirit to help you get back to building on the right foundation. We invite you to spend a few minutes meditating on this passage or this thought as this video continues and the music plays. Spend some time meditating, praying, journaling. He is the one who we should build our foundation on.